see the hand of the Lord. You will see the hand of the Lord, and you will see the hand of the Lord in your life. Oh yes, He can do it better for you, much more than you can think that He will ever do. He can do it better for you, much more than you can think that He will ever do. He can do it. Anamasonamaha. Ezalamata.
Ebenezer door to door, yada wasio. Se uwo omai Italy mu na opese udi unoma efri hoko omai Ghana mu a. Ena edumeku a mekamfo diama wane Ebenezer door to door. Ebenezer door to door, babe found noma baby pia wo ewo Italy. Edi akọ omai Ghana mu biabi ti se Accra, Kumasi, Takrade, eni Sunyane. Se uwo Italy hwan so na upese udi unoma free ho eba ohima krom mitre UK. Anase se u sa wo Italy na upese udi unoma free ho eko eye Europe baby bia wuka. Ena trumika ne fani na betan Ebenezer door to door. Se uwo Italy a free ring lines 343270948 Anase 327330824. Say oh you can so a friend number 07848420412. Ebenezer door to door. Yet that was it. Ebenezer door to door. Yeah, that was.
Beloved, I bring you greetings from the Insight Studios, and you are watching The Virtuous Woman. You know that on this program, we get to share issues of life concerning women, which cuts across every aspect of our lives. But you know also that on the Inside Studios, it is not only the Virtuous Woman, but we also have Dining with the Word that comes to you every Saturday by 6 p.m. Yes, today if we are here, it is the Virtuous Woman. And as always, when it has to do with marriage issues, I usually don't come alone. I come with the head of the home, the CEO of the Inside Studios, and so he'll be joining me shortly. Yes, he is here. We thank you always for making time with us. We can't take you for granted at all, because if you are not there, the Inside Studio is also not here. I am your host, Susie Osikeni-Georges, and I am here with...
I'm the husband to Mrs. Susie Osikeni-Georges. Good afternoon to you. Such a joy to know that you are with us. Guess what? Today we just I'm enjoying ourselves. You learn easier when you learn freely. You know, you're not under pressure. Nobody's forcing you, but you sit back, then you enjoy the program. We have a package that I think is worth discussing. It's good to look into such subject and then ask yourself, what would you do if you were in that shoes? What would have happened if I've gone the extra mile? What would have happened if I've said, hey, so no stood for Mongolia under review? What would have happened? And then your decision, what would have been the consequences? Those are things we try to discuss today, and I know that it will be a blessing so that at least anybody's going to get into marriage, you know some few questions to ask. Have you taken that boss? Have you asked that question? At least so that it will be easier. When you find yourself in the boat, you don't need to think twice because you already thought before the storm. And I think it's worth discussing. God bless you. Stay blessed. And I know we are going to have a good day.
You will surely be blessed by joining us. You will also know that on the Inside Studios and on the Virtuous Woman, last year we started by sometimes picking some short videos, issues that we know are laudable to talk about. We go through to share our experiences and learn from it. Yeah, and that is one of a kind we are going to do today. We are talking about traditions and marriage. Yeah, please, before we go on, let me take this opportunity to also let you know that this session is sponsored by Ebenezer Door-to-Door Services. Ebenezer Door-to-Door Services helps you to transport your goods from one point to the other, from Italy to Ghana, from Ghana to Italy, from Italy to the UK, and from the UK to Italy. And so if you need their services, please, you can see from the Inside Studios, we always show their contacts so that you can get to them for any service that you need from them. We are also sponsored by Maame-Sika who is into Sika spices. Today we have lots of products that she is into. Recently we have added Sika Tom Brown, Sika Ataji milk, and so it is not only Shito mix and spices, but she has extended her wings to other products. And so if you need any of these, please get to Sika Consult on Facebook or Maame-Sika on Facebook, and he will be of a great help to you. Last but not the least, we also have the Royal Delicious Kitchen. Royal Delicious Kitchen also offers you with all your kitchen services that you need for your birthday parties, for your weddings, for your baby christening, anything that you need as refreshment. Item 13, Royal Delicious Kitchen is there to help you. Their contacts are shown on the screen, and so you can get to them and you will be satisfied with their services. Thank you so much. Today, what are we discussing? We are discussing traditions and marriage. We know that marriage creates a new family, a new home where God's love is made present through two people. This time I would have to be specific to say that a man and a woman, because today we have a lot on the road. We have a lot that has been personalized by those who practice it. But as Christians, we go right from creation, what God instituted in the Garden of Eden as marriage between a man and a woman. And so God's love making presence between two people coming together as a couple. And as people from different parts of the world, we have traditions, we have beliefs, we have cultures. And these beliefs sometimes as Christians become a little of a problem. Sometimes are very beneficial to us, but sometimes as time has passed on, it needs to be revisited or updated. And so we want to look into some of these traditions that have been practiced in time, which are being practiced even today, that are beneficial to us or are not beneficial to us. And so we would like to let you know, if you have had experiences of such, please let us know in the comment section. We also have the studio line that will help you to call in and share your view on this issue. Your comments are very much welcome because it will help somebody out there. Who are we discussing this matter with? We have with us the ladies first. So let me go to the Lady Pastor Maame-Sika Ejapoma, who has just ended the second edition of the Married and Singles Seminar yesterday. And if you were there, you would know that it was really a bomb. Lives were changed. There were lots of activities. We learned. I believe everyone who was there took something home, even as young adults who are yet to enter into marriage, and even those who are into marriage. And so we have Lady Pastor Maame-Sika Ejapoma joining us from the comfort of her home. So we say, Maame-Sika, Lady Pastor, you are very much welcome to the Inside Studios and to the Virtuous Woman.
Thank you, man of God.
Thank you too. Thank you too. It's always a great honor to have you with us. And also we have a gentleman, and he is from the Golden Eagle Ministries, from our bishop, the handsome and the youngest bishop in Brescia. He's from his church, and he's joining us. He is Mr. Emmanuel Nunoo. Yeah. And so, Mr. Emmanuel, you are very much welcome to the Inside Studios. It's your first time, and so we say you are very much welcome. We are glad you are here.
Thank you so much. It's an honor for me to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you so much too. And so we also welcome you out there who is joining us. We are very much grateful to have you out there joining us. Please take a minute, share this video with somebody that it will be of a help to, whether already married or about to get into marriage. And so we'll go straight into our video, what we are going to discuss, have a view of what we are really going to talk about before we start it all.
Thank God this wedding is over. I just want to sleep.
My wife. You're here. So come, please. Hurry up here. The elders are waiting for you to come and serve them. Please, hurry up.
Serve who? They must all be very stupid if they think that I will leave this room in this tired state to come downstairs to serve anybody. There are a lot of people in the house. They should serve them.
Our wife, this is the tradition now, and you know it. It's only normal for you to come and serve them. If you don't serve them, they will not eat.
Then they should not eat. They shouldn't eat. It's not that they are so hungry. Did they not all eat so much at the reception? They should not eat. They should go home and eat.
Baby, go and serve the elders. Now this is tradition and you know it. They have to escort you here so that you will be with your family, and in turn, you serve them as a new bride. So what are you saying? I better go and serve them now.
That is a very, very stupid tradition if you ask me. Do you all know how tired I am?
Baby, I understand. We were in this together. I know you're tired. But tradition is tradition. You need to go and serve them.
It's like you people are in the mood for some hot insults this night. But guess what? I am not in the mood. So you people should just let me be. Leave me alone. I am not leaving this place. I'm not going anywhere to serve anybody.
Hey, my daughter. You are still here? Please come, let's go and serve the elders. They are getting agitated. Come and go and give them food. Let them eat so that they can go.
What is all this nonsense? Why is everybody on my case? What is all this? I said that I'm not living here to serve anybody. Even that they are so hungry. They should all go to their houses and eat now. Besides, the wedding is over. What are they doing in my house? They should leave so I can rest. People should let me be.
Ha! This will never go down well with them.
Exactly. It is the ritual, my daughter. Look, If the elders should get angry and leave, it will pose a very big problem for your moving forward, though.
Then let it be. Let it pose any problem he wants to pose. I said I'm not going down. I am so tired. Even if you leave me alone now, let me breathe. Leave me alone, let me rest. They should all leave my house.
Wait, you're serious? You're not coming? Mama, she's not coming. Hi. Mama.
My elders, do you want anything else?
Regina, where is our wife? This is not right. We have been waiting for the serving rituals and she has been inside. Eh?
My elders, please forgive us. You know, women of nowadays, they dance too much on their wedding day. Forgetting that there is another day after the wedding day. Forgive us, please. Whatever she wants to do, I will do it. And even my daughter Helen is here. She will serve too.
Yes, my elders. I can serve the food.
My daughter, you will not serve us. My reason is the newly wedded wife should serve the elders.
Exactly. See, we are not even many. It doesn't take time with few elders here. What if the whole kinsmen were here? Regina, you are accustomed with this tradition. Why are you trying to change things now?
Please, elders, she is tired.
That is not enough reason. We are all tired. She can have someone to carry the food while she escorts the person to serve us.
Simple.
My elders, is it a difficult task?
No. Okay, Mama, I can carry the food while she escorts us to give the elders the food.
Okay, elders, let me go and relate it to her.
Please do.
I'm so sorry, elders. I'm so sorry.
I'll take it easy.
My daughter, the elders have agreed that somebody should help you carry the food so you can serve them. And Helen has agreed to do so. Please come, let's go so that we'll do this thing in a haste. And then you come back to come and rest.
Is it that all of you are very stupid? Or hearing and comprehension is now very difficult for you all to understand? I said I am not leaving this place to go down there to serve anybody. If they will not let somebody else do the food serving ritual, they should forget about it. Those hungry looking frustrated elders who are going from door to door begging for alms in the name of food. In the reception, that's how they were stuffing their bellies and their mouths with food. Now they have come to my house and they expect me to live here, come down and still stuff them with more food.
Vivian, what has come over you? What's happening to you? Like, did somebody get you angry at the reception? Like, those are my elders that you're talking about like that.
Your elders are very, very stupid if you ask me. You have very foolish elders. So I should hang myself because you have hungry, frustrated elders.
Vivian, why this sudden disrespect?
Mama, if you do not want me to add any more disrespect, I will advise you, all of you, to get out and leave me alone. I don't want any form of rubbish from anybody today. This is my wedding night. You all should let me be.
I think she's just tired.
And why are you standing there looking at me like a moron? Will you not go and change this outfit and come to bed?
What is the meaning of this?
My elders, please exercise your patience. Please, my elders.
My son.
Let me guess. She's not coming, right? Where is our wife?
Elders, please.
Please what? Enough is enough. I've never been insulted like this. A young girl that we just married today. Today, how many hours ago? Just no. Is the one that will make us sit here. I refuse to sit here and wait for this small girl that we all want to marry. My elders, does she even know that if she doesn't do this ritual, that she will never find peace in her marriage?
And we, the elders, we will wash our hands off her and your son.
Straight!
Yes, to us, she is not married.
One.
And we have nothing to do with her.
One. Simple.
Elders, please.
You just said it. Let's go.
Elders, please. Elders,
Please don't do
please.
this, sir.
Elders, please.
Elders, please, sir, please.
Elders, please.
What's the meaning of this?
We can do the serving, anything it is.
Yes.
Thank God this wedding is over. I just want to sleep.
My wife.
You're here. So come, please. Hurry up here. The elders are waiting for you to come and serve them. Please, hurry up.
Serve who? They must all be very stupid.
Welcome back. I hope you have all watched the video with us and a lot is already going on in your mind. You are asking yourself many questions. So do us. We are asking ourselves so many questions. What really went on, what is going on, and what will go on in the future. We want to first of all get into what tradition is when it comes to marriage. We want to also get to know balancing tradition as a Christian. We want to understand which are some of these traditions that are laudable that can still be beneficial to us to practice, and which of them can we put an end to it or do something about it, because it is really difficult. We also want to understand how do we make sometimes our family members get to understand that, okay, this tradition is okay, but now this is my very walk with God and we cannot practice it. We will also ask ourselves, have there been traditions in the Bible that have been practiced from generation to generation that are still being practiced? We also want to get into it, not only from the Bible, but also in our society today. Some of our traditions, wherever you are watching us from, if you're Nigerian, from Kenya, from Ghana, let us know some of the traditions that maybe you have experienced. We want to get to know. We want to get to know the two main characters of this video we have watched: Mark, the husband, and Vivian, the wife. If you were in Mark's shoes, that is the husband, what would you do? If you were Vivian, what would you do? What will even happen if Vivian decides to just go and serve the elders? What will happen? We want to go and get into all that. And let's also get into the tradition itself. Because they said it is a ritual which has been practiced for years. Now it is Vivian's turn, but she doesn't want to do it. And there is a consequence to this ritual if she doesn't perform it. So, would it have effect on her for not doing it? We also want to get into it, if it will be. And so, from our viewers, from our guests, we want to get into what really tradition is. And they say ladies first, and so we'll get to Maame-Sika. Maame-Sika, tradition. Thank God, yesterday we had a glimpse of what tradition is when it comes to marriage. So please talk to us.
Good evening once again. I believe you're all doing good by God's grace. I think we learned something yesterday, meaning that is the custom that governs a community or a particular place or environment. That is something that has been laid down for years, and that's what has been laid down not just today but by the ancestors. So going back to the video and all that, I believe that whatever we learned yesterday is having a connection with the video. So for me, tradition is important, at the same time not important. Because if anyone was there, that I said something yesterday that you cannot use a captive to take a picture. We also lived in the past, only had to use to communicate or to send a text message. And even with that, a lot of people didn't have that knowledge of how to text messages. So to just use for communication or like just to talk or make calls or talk to people through phone. Now we are in a new era whereby the youth have developed other ways of living. But I asked a question, does that avoid tradition? No. So when we have the saying that when you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. But before I came to Italy, I was living in Ghana, and there were things that I felt asked at the end, oh, in family, I don't really care because that's how we live life. But when I got to Italy, I got to know that, oh, okay, the way of life in Italy differs from the way of life we live in Ghana. So, quote unquote, whenever you start a relationship, I made an example yesterday that I've made mistakes, maybe because I thought my customs and traditions believe that this is what I'm supposed to do, and that of my ex was not like in line with mine. And if you don't talk about those things before you get to the relationship or marriage, that is where the chaos comes in. Okay, let's talk about the wife and the husband. While they were dating, didn't she know anything about it? Didn't he ever inform the lady about what was going to happen when they get married? So if I'm with you, let's say I'm from the north and you're from the south, and we are supposed to get married, I need to get to know of the traditions and customs of your people. Get to know mine. If I think I can go in a line with you or in agreement with your custom, then we are good to go. But if we have never had that discussion of whether this is what we do, this is what we prefer, this is the do's and don'ts from my background, and I have no idea of what I'm supposed to do, and I get into what and I'm being asked to do, first of all, I don't see anything wrong with what the man asked the lady to do. What? Tradition is tradition. I'm somebody who would always argue about the same things, but there's some things that I never argue about. Even in the Bible, if Christ came and he came to make everything perfect for us, then there was no need adding the Old Testament to the New Testament. If that was the main reason why Christ came to make everything perfect and the old is gone and all that, there was no need using the Old Testament as reference to our lifestyle right now. I wouldn't quote a quotation and say in the book of Exodus 14:14, the Lord shall fight for me, not right? And he said the Lord fought for the Israelites, so may the Lord fight for me. It's the custom, it's the tradition that they have laid down now. If I'm supposed to take that part of the Bible, the Old Testament out of the Bible, and put it on the New Testament, that means that I cannot really have. I'm not talking about God Himself. I cannot really know who God is, like talk about whatever God did in the past with my ancestors, who got to know God and all those things. So for me, one, tradition and customs, they are good. But the only way it becomes worse is when it's being applied like by force. It's being like imposed on you that I will start weighing by force. That is why I don't come in, because the people have their own beliefs. But the most important thing is, as couples, whilst you start the journey, like I said before, I made a mistake. I never asked of my, and it's true. Even with my current one, I went there. I never asked about any information. I just went because I was following my heart, right? But then if I had asked questions, about how they lived, how they behave, and all that. I'll not give it the kind of thing I'm going to deal with. Here's the house I'm going to get in. This is what they do. This is what they do, like they don't do. This is what they prefer, and all that. So if you get in there and you think that whatever that they prefer goes in line with yours, and you think, oh, I can also handle it, and so be it. But if you never talk about it, and it gets to a time where the need arises for you to do the needful, then I think it's going to be a disaster because already you are locked up and you have to do it. It's no crime to do it, but only if it's been imposed on you by force to do it, by force, yes, sure, say it, yeah, then it's a no for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Also, any balancing tradition and marriage?
Yeah, sure. I mean, concerning as Maame-Sika said already, tradition actually, as he said, it's a way of thinking, behaviors of a particular people, society, or group, or let's say even a nation, or let me use the word kingdom. Right? In every kingdom, for example, if you go to the Santa Kingdom, they have their traditions. If you come to the Grand Kingdom, we have our traditions, and so we Christians also have our traditions because we also belong to a kingdom. So we also have our traditions, which needs to be respected. Now, considering the situation here about Vivian and her husband and the family, I believe before we got married, they should have discussed about their various traditions because maybe I'm a child of God and I don't believe in certain things. I don't believe in doing certain rituals. And so before I get married to you, I want to know what are some of the things that in the family because in our various places where we're coming from, in some places they would want even the woman to sleep with the father of the man for them to know whether she's actually a virgin or she's not. Of course. And in some other cases, it even extends to the brothers. And so even if you're my sister and you have to go through this, I definitely wouldn't want you to be in that situation. And that's not happening. That is actually not happening. Because from the place that where we are coming from the place where we are coming from the kingdom of God. I mean, I wanted to look at something before I just go on because the Bible makes us really understand clearly that we don't have to have anything to do with silly traditions, things that are not godly. Because if we examine this, why should I sleep with your father before I get married to you? Some places you will have to fetch water for the people living in the compound. In other places, you have to cook for them, and all these things, they are very, they sound really weird, they sound really strange. So I believe that this particular lady should have discussed this issue with her husband. And even if, let's say, she pretended to be in agreement with whatever, now you are married to the man. And the elders are there. If for nothing at all, I mean, for respect's sake, just go down there and then you set them so that the peace reigns. But then we can clearly see that this lady actually is up to a different agenda. And then she has no intentions of doing what needs to be done because she could have just gone down to just serve the people and then in the twinkle of an eye and then it's one second gone and everybody goes that way. And then you move on with your life. But then she's not a picture of love, she's a picture of war. Traditions are always been there. We have to be able to identify which ones are good and which ones are not good for us to practice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did I get that word right? Not the picture of love, but the picture of war.
No. Of war, yeah. Of war. That's the picture of.
Wow. Something.
Come again.
Mr. Judges.
Yes, please.
What my brother said that he's a picture of war, I don't agree with him.
Because it's very hard, very strong. That's why I wanted to hear whether I heard right or not. Because it's very strong statement.
One thing they should know is, for instance, when you as the man knows that your tradition, sometimes, you can also go to the extent of talking to your partner about certain things and how you want things to be done. And they'll still look a blind eye towards expecting you to do those things. So maybe she knew the tradition, she had discussed with the person, and the person still insisted. That's why I always tell people, don't just marry because somebody's married. If you think that, at the end of the day, these are things that we are always going to encounter, because more egos.
Oh, sorry.
The microphone is muted.
Yeah. No problem. Maame-Sika will be back very soon with us. But let's have a recap of everything that has been said. Tradition is good. Tradition is good. It is said that it is the transmission of customs and belief from generation to generation. And so it is good. Some need to be updated. Some really needs to be cancelled. It is important. In the Bible, we have seen that in the book of Exodus 12:17, God telling the Israelites what to do in order to, one of the plagues that came on the people of Egypt, he told the people of Israel to kill animals and mark their doorpost with it. And he said that from now, when they are able to cross and go to the promised land, they should practice this. And when their children's children and all the grand comes and they ask, they should explain why it is being done. And so it is something that it is from one generation to the other. And so traditions are very important. But when it is not beneficial, when it is not godly, then it needs to be revisited as Christians. We can see in the comment section. Mommy, yeah.
Let me read the comment once. I mean, I expect that we can disagree nicely, and I'm really for every one of them, because we are looking at the subject, then everybody have their view when they look at the same thing. We may not be entirely right, may not be entirely wrong, because our viewpoint determines what we see. Thank you for being here. I see my mama Juliet. Mommy, I salute you. Good evening, it's an honor to know that you're here, Mommy. God richly bless you. I see my mama as usual. Mama, get no, Mommy, I salute you. It's an honor to always see. Mommy say blessings, so blessings to you, Mommy. Yesterday, interesting. Yesterday, I didn't mention your name in the evening. I miss you already, but I didn't mention your name in the evening. Yeah, my brother Nunoo, Pastor Nunoo, he says, I salute you. Thanks for joining us. See a woman of God, Mrs. Ruth, as someone you are going in him. I salute you, man of God. Thanks for being here. I see a man of God, Mr. Felix Jekum, the Queen. Again, Bekum, forgive me. The Queen, I think that. I see my mama Grace, mom lady, mommy say blessings, family, blessings to you, mommy. It's a joy to know that you hear my mama. Mama Juliet Opokajima said, at least a little respect, which I agree with you 100%. You just came to the house. Whether it's wrong, a little respect will be bad. I mean, Mommy, I agree with you entirely. Mommy said, more grace, my wonderful daughter. Thank you, Mommy. Grace received. See my man of God, Anna is watching. Thank you for being here. Our Mr. Felix Ejekum said, very rude and disrespectful. I agree with you, sir. That to me was to the extreme. I see my Deacon Thomas Jamatin, he said, wonderful, wonderful, sir. It's an honor to know that you're here with us today. God richly bless you. I see my woman of God, Harriet Ando Kwao is watching. We salute you, man of God. Thanks for your time being with us. I see my Mama Grace, Mom Lady, Mom is an honor to know that your mommy said she prepared for the wedding, but not the marriage. God help us. This is a very true statement, and about 99% of people that get married, as bad as we can say, maybe a very high, maybe I took it to the extreme. But I think the greater number, we are preparing for the wedding, but not the marriage. We have no idea what's going to happen, but we are okay. Thinking the wedding was beautiful. How many people were there? How was my girl, you know? I see my woman of God, and Lady Judith, I started to watch man of God. I salute you. Thanks for being here. Mama Juliet, I said, very arrogant and disrespectful. You just got married and showing your true colors already. Mommy. Mommy. I like that word, true colors, because you're supposed to hide something a little bit. At least it doesn't matter how familiar you are. I don't know, but I feel uncomfortable when people get angry and they easily express their anger. I think it's immaturity. I think you should be able to hold your anger to some limit before you show it. If you express your anger whenever you feel it, I mean, forgive me. The word is not a good word. Let me not use that one. See my man of God, Patrick Edu, JP watching. Say, I salute you. Thanks for being here. I see Miss Ebiewa watching. I salute. Please forgive me if I didn't mention the name very well. Mama Juliet says again, tradition needs to be considered even as a Christian. Even as a Christian. So Christianity is not against state traditions. Also for Benson watching, say I salute you. Thanks for being here with us. I see Victor's Crown watching. I salute you. Thanks for being here. Mama Grace says, so long as tradition does not contradict God's will, the laws of the state, and not damaging to your health and well-being, you are good to go.
Yeah, good to go.
The boundary is getting defined. The boundary is getting defined. See my papa, the Bishop Samuel was coming. I salute you. Thanks for being here. Such an honor to know that you're here. I see Kraba Anan watching. I salute you. Thanks for being here. Maame-Sika Jakuma is with us. It's an honor to know you, man of God. Mama Gitano said, I think she went too far, even to insult the elders of the family.
Yeah. But you know, the family were also surprised at that behavior because it seemed that she had never demonstrated
something like that.
So that poses also the question, weren't there the red flags? Didn't Mark see that there is something that can
catch fire?
Yeah, when they get married. And then with the tradition, was it that were they talking? Were they communicating? Yesterday we spoke about something that is very, very important. That many of us, when we are dating, we don't communicate, we don't talk. And you said something like when
you stop talking, you start kissing, you stop talking.
When you start kissing, you stop talking. The essential part of what you are entering into, we don't talk about them, and they are very, very important.
You become blind. You stop thinking. Actually, all of us are human. We don't want your emotions goes into it. I taught in the school. This is what I learned in the school that I never forget. I taught in the classroom. Students like they were JSS 1. This is what I saw. A child did something bad in the school, and I beat the child. I have a right to beat the child, right? Now the teacher came in, the mother came in the next day, angry, justifying why I beat the child too much. Now, and I could understand her. It's because it's emotions. Her heart is already there, so she must find every other means to justify. That's exactly what it is. The moment you are already involved, your emotions are involved, your brain stop thinking. So if you would think, it will go in the same line. You won't see anything wrong with whatever they do because you already started sleeping. And the enjoyment in the bed takes over the thinking of the brain. Did I say that? Forgive me. If that sounds too hard, forgive me. It's just what it is.
We need to ask questions. We need to communicate. Groom to be, talk to your bride to be. Let her know what your traditions are. Wife also, even if he doesn't say, get to know. Thank God, that is why our parents will go into the family of the person you are going to get married to and find out. Today, it's not really practiced, but it is very, very important. Because it will help you to know what you are getting yourself into. Yeah.
Let me read a comment while somebody pick up. I see my man of God, Mercy Kunoge. Usiaho watching, forgive me if I didn't mention him very well. It's another to know that Jemma Magitano said, even if you are so tired, do something small for them to see themselves that you are tired indeed. Every human being is a psychologist. I say the book. Every human being is a psychologist. If you are trying, they can tell. But if you end up, you start like the way she started. I mean, we are not talking against her. You are dealing with a young lady first, and I think she went to extreme to me. Far extreme. Let me go. Mommy, do you think the same?
Well, like I said, opinions. That for me, others' opinions, I don't have any issues with it.
Sure.
What I'm trying to say is, in as much as we have watched the video, from the post from their comfort phone, we don't know what they discussed.
Sure.
One, you can see the lady just said, "Can't you see I am tired?" Two, it might be something they have already discussed in the past. Now, if I have discussed something with you in the past, and I've got parents, and I know that on this particular day, myself and my wife are very tired, and we really want to rest, I think we don't make, for instance, when the child is being given birth to today, in the next 7 days, we need to properly name the child at home. Now, if the child is being given birth to today, and the father who gave birth to the child is not around, and he says, "Wait for me till I come in the next 10 days for the child name to be given," we will still wait for the man to come so we can give the name to the child.
Definitely.
So I'm saying this, even though the girl went out of proportion, her anger issues is just like mine, which is not good. I believe that the husband should also have been a little bit considerate somewhere, saying, "Okay, I know you are tired. Let's figure things out. Let me go down there and tell my people, oh, my wife is not feeling well, so can we make it tomorrow? Or let's do something about this."
Okay.
If that's what the man really wanted. Because we talk about communication.
Sure.
She made a statement, "Can't you see I am tired?" And from the other angle, you're just watching the woman's reaction. Every action comes with a reaction. What you gave me, that's how I live my life, folks. I'm telling you. What you give me is how I keep you back. I can't pretend. Now, she told you I am tired. She's exhausted. I know it's tradition, but sometimes something can be done about it. For instance, Daddy, when you got married to your wife, you and I know, from traditional marriage to wedding, planning, doing this, even yesterday, you all saw how I was really tired and I was so I was trying my possible best to push it. If somebody's too exhausted and the person says, "I need time," at least we can do something about it. But if you lock the door and come and tell me I should go and do it because it's tradition and you are forcing it, and sometimes we say, "Oh, didn't he see that she has the red flags?" Nobody can tell me they never saw a red flag in anybody. Even a man of God sitting in their comfort homes have their own red flags. Everybody have it. And so the man of God, the woman of God or the man of God who stand on the pulpit and preach wouldn't tell us that they never saw anything about their husbands or anything about whoever they are with. But it's just communication. Sometimes everybody I can be the worst person, but if you know me too well, you can still cooperate with me.
Sure.
You see? So it's about cooperation, communication, understanding.
Maame-Sika, you just mentioned cooperation. If it is cooperation, and this is a family ritual that has been practiced by everybody, even your mother-in-law is present, she's telling you that is what she also did.
We will help you, so go.
We will even help you to do it. We know you are tired, but for the sake of these elders, let's go down there. We will help you. Your sister-in-law is around. She will help you.
Mm-hmm.
What will cost it? Like, what will you lose?
No, Mommy, like you said, if everything is true,
there is something that the man also didn't tell the people, because I think they have already discussed this issue.
Sure.
And the woman says no. If you are the woman and the woman says no to your tradition and you go ahead to marry her, who is at loss? It's not your fault. It's your fault.
No, Mommy, wait. If you are to judge the discussion, it's a proof that the woman knew, because she didn't say, "I didn't know the tradition." She said, "I am tired." Now, if it's only tiredness and you knew it before, then your tone should have been low, because you knew that it was your responsibility. Then you temper justice with mercy. Because if you know that you've been told, then I think you shall calm yourself down. It doesn't matter your tiredness, because your tiredness doesn't make you lose your head. That is why I feel uncomfortable with you, because I feel like you are tired, for sure. Nobody doubt that. But then bring down your tone and then apologize, ask for mercy. in the place of the justice, the thing that you're supposed to do, so that it could be easier. But if you start with the insults, look at these foolish elders who.
Mommy wrote rightly here that some people have PhD in pretense. Because it was like she had changed completely from the girl.
Everybody's surprised about her. See?
But for me, I'm not talking about the family aspect though.
Okay.
The family of the guy will come later.
No, we are talking about the girl.
I'm talking about the girl and the guy in question.
Okay.
Listen, before I can, for me, I think there was a miscommunication somewhere. Okay. Because I know this lady was not prepared to do this. She, in her heart, she won't want to do it. Sure. And it's something I think they have gone back and forth about. And the guy thought, oh, when the time comes, she will do it because it's tradition. I've already told her about it. Hope you understand. So I feel the lady knew she was not going to do it. The guy also knew his wife had this scandal with him, but he never took it serious. Myself, when I'm laughing, when you see me laughing, that's when I'm serious. When I'm angry, I'm not serious. When I speak my mind at this point in time, I forget things again. When I'm talking to, I'm laughing, and I'm really laughing at certain things, it means I'm very angry. So I feel that there was miscommunication between the husband and the wife, and they didn't really go on good terms with it, whether if she was really not going to do it or do it. That is my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. This is really something to talk about, traditions and marriage. If you are just joining us, we are talking about a story of a couple who had just gotten married. They have gone to all of the ceremonies that they had to. They are back at home, and elders are downstairs waiting for her, the bride, in this story called Vivian, to come and prepare, or maybe the food is already prepared, but come and serve the elders food, which is a ritual that has been practiced for a very long time. And for today's woman who has a say, who is tired, says she is not going to do it because she's tired. She doesn't see reasons why this kind of tradition needs to be practiced today. And that is what we are looking into it. Of course, she's not home alone. She is with the mother-in-law. She is with the sister-in-law, all at home. Mother-in-law has gone to the elders to pardon if somebody could help her to serve. But they still, yes, they agree that somebody could, but she needs to be present. But our bride, our wife, Vivian, says she's not going to because she's tired. And it's rather unfortunate that we had her use a lot of insults in describing the elders, even the husband. Even the husband. Yeah. And it is quite difficult to understand her change in behavior because of, let's say, the subsequent videos that will proceed. Please, it is not the first time. We'll go on to pick pieces of this video and still discuss them. Your comments are very much welcome. And if you have gone through any or you know any of these traditions, please let us know. In our research, we got to know that there are lots of these traditions. We have seen that in Kenya, they will tell you that you, the bride, your father needs to spit on you. That is their tradition. They need to spit on you. We have a lot. Some also say that you have to, they have to keep you from taking a bath for 3 days as a couple, the two of you, in a room, so that whatever odor will be coming out from the two of you, you will be able to test whether you'll be able to endure the difficulties in your marriage, and you ask, what has this got to do?
Of course, the logic is very nice. If you can manage the the past, that means you can still manage the years to come. Let me read the comment. I think we behind time. Mama Grace, Mama Lady, I think Pastor Nunoo should be ready after this one. Mama Grace, Mama Lady said, this same tired bride would jump out of the bed and run 100 meters to collect a huge sum of money if she had been asked to. Sometimes we must motivate ourselves for the right reasons. She just didn't have the inner motivation to do so. Mommy, you are very perfectly right. She would have done it. If you were told there was 100 naira on the ground, she would have gone for it. Annabella says, let's do one for being here. He said, let me tell you something. There is nothing that can be done about it. It's a tradition before her bride price is being paid. The elders will tell the family, that is my tradition. For sure. I mean, if you came to meet it, you work with it, you don't work against it. You just what it is. Oh, I see my papa, the pastor Ibn Saku watch, say I salute you. Thanks for being here, Sir Joy and Nana. I think I should get in touch. Bless you. Greetings to mom, the family too. Bless you, sir. I see my woman of God, because I still not watching. I salute you, Augusta. God bless you for being here. Our woman of God, Anna, right again, she said, it's a tradition and there is nothing that can be done about it. Before you get married to the guy has to explain it to her about the tradition. Before the bride price is being paid, the tradition will be repeated to you again. There is nothing like she is tired. She is just being disrespectful and rude. Perfectly said. I mean, if you look on that angle, I agree with you too. Like Mami said, if you know that you knew this tradition was there, talk about it. If you never want to do it, you quit. If you think it's a major important thing compared to all the things you will get by getting engaged to Mark, and that is enough to let you go, you leave. If you can't manage it. But if you dare get up and say you are tired, not because nothing but God, but the same thing that you were supposed to do, and now you are screaming. Like Mommy, you said, she actually got up and said, nobody's doing it, and she's screaming. There's some strength in her, not really tired. I mean,
and to Matthew, if your tradition is very, very important to you and you need it to be kept, and your woman is not ready to do it, then don't go ahead with the marriage.
But she never said the woman didn't, because you can tell that the guy was surprised that the girl didn't want to do. That means when they talked about it, and that is even if they did, it was a more like 100 or 70%.
Oh, when the time comes,
she will do it. Of course. Mama Gitano said, I think the husband was not a problem here, but it is because the elders are already present. He even pleaded for her, but it didn't work. For sure, the guy pleaded for her. I think my man of God, Emmanuel Jabba, what say, I salute you. Thanks for your time being with us. God bless. Also,
if you were in Mark's shoes, what would you do?
If you were in Mark's shoes, what would you do?
Okay. If I was in Mark's shoes now, when Martha was speaking, she said something that the man was supposed to be considering of the fact that the lady was tired. Now, the lady, we talked about communication being the key. Now, we both were at the reception, and then everything has gone on. We come back home, we are tired. Now,
but wait, Mr. Emmanuel, I think Maame-Sika is very, very. This answer is very, very important. Look at the way she's looking at me.
So now here's the case whereby the man comes to his wife trying to convince her to do what she's supposed to do, and the lady says, can't you see that I'm tired? Now there are ways and ways of communication. She could have also said, oh honey, please, you see, I'm very tired from the reception and all that. And I'm very weak, I did this and that. So please, can you just find an excuse and then go talk to the elders and maybe tell them I'm not well or something. But the moment you speak like that, you see I'm tired. First of all, you are being rude to your husband. No. Secondly, that is a wrong step. I mean, like, wrong way, thank you, a wrong approach. Because you don't speak like that to the man that you just married. You just have to, So from the way she spoke and from the way she was doing, if I was supposed to be the man's shoes, right from there, I would understand that I have ended up in I agree with you. That is well. Because I'm trying to convince you because the elders are already there. Sure. And this is a ritual that has been going on for years. And now my turn, and then you want to bring shame to our family. I'm trying to cover up the shame, and you're not helping me. You are insulting me, insulting my elders, insulting my mother. Right in front of you are even calling me names. Sure. That means that he has really entered into the wrong place. And I believe that at this stage, you have married the woman already. So I think your video stopped.
Please, yeah.
I mean, that is key. And I think I agree. If that happened on the wedding night, everybody will have to be extremely careful. Everybody have to be extremely careful. I mean, I agree with you. If you wake up like that on your wedding night and your wife is behaving like that, calling you a moron, insulting your mama, insulting your brother, your elders, you know that you just ended up in the lion's den. Two things happen. Either the lion dies or you die. You become meat for the lion. That's I agree with you. Mommy, you want to say something?
Okay, so in the first place, the person who came to call her wasn't the groom. It was the groom's brother.
Sure.
Sometimes, yeah, I'm somebody who always thinks twice about doing things. There are people that I might be coming into your family and I've known because you like me. Example. And when people come into my room and first of all, when the guy came, let's talk about communication here. He just came and said, please get ready and go and help sell. Like, the food is ready, help it. And he just made a statement.
Our wife.
Our wife. Yes. Please come down and serve the elders. Right? Sometimes there are people when you see them even for the first time, you get angry. It's not because of their physical appearance or whatever, but because of how they treated you in the past or what other things they've done. Right? And you don't even intend, you don't want to even have anything to do with them. For me, it's not into the problem. My issue is, brother, you must say something right now that she could have said, hello, sweetie, I'm tired and all that and all that. Charlie, me, I stand on my grounds, tired, my brother, my brain, right? But I'm tired, I'm tired. But the girl's approach was wrong. For that, I condemn it. And Mommy said, nothing about tradition and tradition cannot be, I don't know, she made a statement.
Okay.
Good. Now, what if the lady that we're taking in question, at that point in time, in her body was really, really sick? But because of, and nobody knew what transpired or what went down during the ceremony. Hope you understand me? Anything can happen. Anything could have happened during the traditional or whatever. And ladies, women took things at heart. Listen, I have witnessed something, I think, at Modena, yeah. After traditional marriage, the girl told the husband he didn't want any of his sister-in-laws in the house again because of what they did. Even though the husband didn't see it, she saw it and she was overreacting. She really acted really badly to the extent that night she told her husband she wouldn't allow the girls to sleep in their house.
Wow.
Which is also a bad thing because it's even part of tradition because it's their brother's house. And they came to grace their brother's wedding. But because of whatever happened, we are judging Aunt Vivian based on her reaction. She's very rude and stubborn, just like Sika. But we also ask ourselves what transpired, what made her angry, what's the reason behind her upward behavior, what brought it up? Because it's very, very strange, yeah, for a woman who just got married to look down upon the elders and insult them, bring them to the lowest limits of making them look so weird and foolish in front of everyone. It's painful. You understand? So I'm also saying that in as much as tradition cannot be, that's one, I don't agree. That's right. I don't agree.
Yeah.
Yes, because I made a statement. It is traditionally something that is in a tradition, but the child is being given birth to today. After 7 days, we have to do the traditional whatever at home to make sure the child is being given a name. What if the father says wait? Can the tradition wait? Can the elders wait? The father says, okay, after 10 days, I'm coming within 10 days for them to have the child's name being given. It is like that. They will still wait. So if the parents have given, if it is this communication, things didn't go as planned. And well, for Maame-Sika, I think Vivian is a bad girl. She's rude, she's stubborn. The family are also calm, they are good. Sure. But some way I think they did something to trigger her up, which we all don't know. And that is how she flipped, just like me. Thank you.
Actually, if there is this scenario, I discussed somebody at my workplace. She said they were at a place, and then somebody stepped on her toe behind the scene, like stabbed her like that at the back. But after a snap in the dark, you know that old movie? So snap at the dark in the dark. Nobody saw that, but her reaction was seen publicly. Right? Now, in as much as you are growing and you live in a community, even in your rightness, I usually tell people, when you know that you are right, that is when you should be careful. Because truth is so powerful, it doesn't need defense. It defends its own self. The moment you know you are saying the truth, don't worry. The girl said, "Guys, go on." You don't have to fight it. Because if the moment like that, let's say what mommy said is true. Some things are went behind the scene. Therefore, she has been messed up by the attitude of the family behind the scene, whether it is from the thing happening at the place or by the family, and they are now acting cool. She looking at, but I think she should have also acted cool. Because at the end of the day, nobody is judging what he didn't see. Everybody is judging what they saw. So you are supposed to be careful with your action because you are now the one being watched. And you didn't even handle the subject. You were now dealing with the person instead of the subject.
Yeah.
Because you're no longer saying that, please, I'm tired. Find somebody to, oh, please, I'm tired. I will not be able to do this. Can we find another way out? But these stupid elders, these foolish elders, that they were putting so much food in their mouth. Like, you actually attacking them instead of solving the problem. That will make every other person angry. Don't forget, even in despite all of that, the family was still calm. That is where I see the young lady to have gone. She has, dropped the wrong ball and at the wrong time and at the wrong place also. Because I can sincerely tell you, if you did that before anybody, like Pastor Ima said, okay, the guy would just know that I just landed in the lion's den. And two things happen when you find yourself in the lion's den. Either you kill the lion or you become the lion's food. So the guy is already in the trouble. It's just what it is. Because I think she took it to the extreme. Let me read the comment maybe before Pastor Iman comes in again. He said, my Deacon Thomas Timothy said, character is like a pregnancy. No matter what, it will surely come out. Serving the elders has exposed her true colors. Sure. Just having the elders. That's a good one, sir. Thank you. Mama Grace says, marriage is for the matured and the emotionally intelligent people. We must learn to manage our emotions. God help us. If you can't handle your emotions, I beg you. One of the things that you shouldn't do at all is get married. Because you have emotions swing. It goes up and come down. Eh? If you're married to a girl woman, it goes up and come down. You need more.
I have Nunoo here to help you.
You need to manage it very, very well. If your blood pressure will be up. So Mommy, I agree with you. You need emotional intelligence. Some traditions can wait. Others cannot. Mommy, I agree with you. Like Mom, you talk about the naming ceremony. It can wait. But this is a thing that is made for a specific day. And it's not like you've been crippled. If you are crippled, I'm sure they can understand.
Yeah.
You are, even if it's true that you are tired, you are only tired. And some people said, come, we will help you carry the food. The man said, I will carry the food and you will only serve. The young lady, she didn't even say, no, mommy, that would be difficult. Said, that's stupid. Why is everybody on my case?
Like, had the energy to insult.
To insult, not the energy to serve. Mommy, Lady Mommy, Betty, as you are watching, I'm going to salute you. Thanks for being here. It's a good afternoon, precious, and good afternoon to you too. It's a joy and honor to know that your mama Gitano said, no fire under the smoke. The smoke was the evidence. I mean, you just know it. Sure. Definitely there was fire. Just that you were not seeing it. And the red flags were there. They didn't see it because they were all shocked to see her attitude at that last minute. But I think not for her much problem, but for us watching, that in as much as you dating, the right word is communicate. And I always tell people, it's not just talking, it's communion and catching. It's communion. You commune. Both of you come on a common ground. Then you can really intervene. The word is koinonia. You come with yourself. Then you can truly talk heart to heart. That is why people can't pretend. If not, they are PhD in pretense, and you can't tell they are lying. But when you're able to get on the same grounds with the person, they can't tell anything off the hook. They can definitely say what they are, and that'll be a blessing. If not, you only be talking like people talk. You just change your exchange of words.
Yeah.
And they can say anything because they think that you want to hear something. So, you know. So there is fire under the thing, but the smoke is just the evidence that there was fire. Just that we didn't see the fire.
One thing that we cannot go without talking about are the consequences they attach to these traditions. For this, they said there was a consequence. Do we think that whatever the consequence is can affect Vivian?
All the other cases.
Yeah.
Would they work?
Yeah. We will get to that. But I want to pick up some few traditions around the world for you to know that it is not only maybe Africans or maybe Ghanaians who have traditions, but there are a lot. I can tell you that in India, they say that if you are the only male child and you have sisters, you will be paying the bride price of your sisters to their husbands they are going to marry. So if you happen to be the only male child and you have 5,
you are in trouble.
You are in trouble.
You pay the shilling marry.
So that is one. We also have, as I told you, the spitting. Okay, we have jumping the broom. That is an African American culture that says that the couple will be asked to jump a broom, which symbolizes their entrance into a new life together. So this we know has a positive something attached to it, so it can still be practiced. We also have in Sweden, they say that the groom, where the marriage ceremony is taking place, usually in a room, and so if the groom leaves that room, if the groom leaves the room, all the male guests at the ceremony will go and kiss the bride. And so if it is the bride also who leaves the room, all the girls will go and kiss the husband. What kind of tradition is that? So these are some of the traditions that are around the world that can be practiced. Some we can just leave it.
I think for some, like somebody spitting may not be that bad. Like when we use a very key word, when it's not against the scriptures, not against the state, not against your health and your well-being, you are good to go. There is no need building mountains out of molehills, because sincerely it may even be difficult, but non schiaccia troppo. It doesn't really change much. So you should be able to say, okay, this one I may not really like it, but I can, because it won't change much. Of course, where like Pastor Nunoo was saying, where your father-in-law need to the father-in-law need to sleep with your bride, or in the name of checking whether she's a virgin. I mean, what kind of wahala is that? I mean, check my woman to see whether she's a virgin before I know. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make
if
sense.
she has kept herself for me, why should you go and break her for me? I mean, what kind of wahala is that?
Yeah. So these are some. If you have also experienced, you can have it in the comment section and we will read it out. So let's look into these consequences of these traditions that they always attach to it. Do we think it can have effect if we don't practice them?
Pastor Ima.
Okay, thank you. If these traditions, I mean, if we don't practice these traditions, they can have effect on us. Take, for example, this scenario here whereby this was speaking that the lady would not have peace in her marriage and the whole lot. Right? I believe that some traditions are made to keep people in bondage, you understand? Are made to keep, like, it keeps people enslaved. Why am I saying this? We realize, like, let me give you an example. You know, in some places, they will tell you that in a given family, when the first daughter is not yet married, the one that are following cannot get married. So let's say if the first daughter has decided not to get married and she's over 50 years old, and the rest that are following, they want to get married. They have the man already. Is it because the first one is not getting, doesn't want to get married, so I also have to wait, and then they remain like that. So I'm also maybe 60, 70 years old. Now this is you keeping me in bondage because I'm not free.
Yeah.
And so in this kind of case, if you tell me the consequence of you going to get married before your sister is going to be an unhappy marriage or a marriage whereby you're going to have children, I'll tell you it's a lie. Because it is written in nowhere in the Bible that if I marry first or I marry second, I'm not going to have children. And also, you know, when we read the book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 8, it says that what? We should see to it that no one takes you captive by philosophy and empty deceit, according to human traditions, according to the elemental spirits of the world, and not according to Christ. So we realize that some things that are being, some traditions are human beliefs, what humans want. And I think that all things, God is the one that has the upper hand. So in this case of Vivian, let's say Vivian had behaved herself well. She had not disrespected the elders. She had not misbehaved, and then maybe she was not actually feeling well. She couldn't go. I would say that whatever the elders did would not have effect on her because at the end of the day, God has the final say. And so far as she did not go against God or she did not do anything wrong, I don't think that whatever they say will have effect on her. So I would say that there are some things that if you don't do it, you're not going to face any consequences. It depends on you, the person. If you choose to remain in bondage, it all depends on the mindset. It all depends on the mindset. So that's what I would say. So it depends on the person. If you're a Christian or you're a non-believer, you're a believer or you're a non-believer. I mean, it depends on your belief and the kingdom and the place that you're coming from. So in this case of the lady, if she had behaved herself well, I think that whatever thing that they said would never happen to her in her marriage. Because I believe that God has the final say in whatever thing it is, not mine.
God has the final say. God has the final say. Tika, do you have any others?
Okay, so when we read the book of Genesis chapter 24, it talks about Isaac being given a wife. When the servant was being sent with Isaac to go marry Rebecca. Now, if we come to our age and era now, I think if that thing was being implemented at this point in time, for me, at some point, I think it would have helped her. But at some other point, it's not going to help because not what my father or my parents prefer is what I prefer. And these are some of the things that happened way, way back when our parents were being introduced to their husbands. Hope you understand. And which they had to stay with the person whether they loved him or they didn't love him, whether they liked him or not, whether he was treating them good or not. They had no other way but to stay with that person. But in our era, we are supposed to go out there and search for who we want to be with and be with that person for who he is or for who she is. So I think some traditions have effect on us. Basically, when you don't know anybody from Adam, you have not met him before, you don't even know who he is, and he or she's been introduced to you to settle with. it's a bit weird, even though it's something they used to practice, and they are still practicing it in the law because that part of Ghana still practice this particular tradition where they give you a man to marry. Even some are older than you, even some have been given to children at the age of 12 to ready to marry because they feel their kids are ready for marriages. So I think if these traditions are being abolished, it's going to help society because a child at the age of 17 is not mature enough to get married. But because of these customs, these kids have been given out to these older men or these rich men to settle down with. So when I read the book of chapter 24, I realized that Isaac was at the age where he could marry. And then Rebecca was also at the age where she can get settled like with a man. But when it comes to these traditions and customs, you get to know that they don't really go into this category of looking at the age of these kids, if this man is suitable, if the child wants to go further in education, if the man doesn't have anything good to offer to the child, but they just put these kids in there to go settle with these men, and they just take their money and they take their cows and they take whatever thing they think they desire to take, and then that's it. So for me, tradition, one way or the other, it is good, but it's also having negative sides or negative effect. That's what also befalls the people who go through it. So for me, yes, it has a negative impact. And we as Christians, if we are really indebted to the word of God and we want to go ahead to do what God has written for us to obey, then I think we should stick to the word of God, do as it desires, so that we would also not mess our way or just entangle ourselves with things that will not be beneficial to our souls in our life. Through Christ Jesus. Thank you.
Thank you. Things that will be beneficial to us. That is what we need to do. I believe that we have learned a lot. Yes, there are some traditions that we can still practice, just as Maame-Sika just said. Giving a child to an old person to get married to, those are traditions that need to be abolished. But as she just talked about how Isaac was helped to fetch a wife. I think some are still practiced. We can relate it to when maybe somebody is recommended to you. Somebody is recommended to you. Oh, I know this person. I know he or she is a very good person you can settle with. Those things are still happening. And lots of them are very good combinations that are made. And it's okay to be done. That is, if the person is really interested, both of them are interested to get married, it is okay. But when it comes to a younger child giving to us an older person, we think that those ones needs to be taken out. Wow. We believe that you have had a nice time. You have.
Pastor, no, we can't see you.
I think it's out.
Oh, okay.
It's
maybe
the system we work with is that when somebody's video goes up, the thing goes on default. It's
You want to check it? Try to redo it. Sorry for the interruption. We are getting the video. sorry so much. Our brother Emmanuel's connection had a problem. That is why our videos positions all changed. Sorry. We are rounding it up. Let me take the last comment here so that we call it a day. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being with us. We have our brother Thomas Chairman saying, the problem sometimes is not the issue with communication, rather the hidden agenda. For all you know, the person can be like an angel, but the right after he or she gets what they are looking for, then you will see the fire on the mountain. Yeah, thank you so much. He also says that you could even see the husband was surprised at the wife's behavior when she said the stupid elders. Sorry for those words, but it is what it is. We have our mommy Tando says, at the end of the day, the elders pronounce to the groom's mother, to them their son is not married and that they will not know peace. So to the elders, they are not married, and if they decide to be together, they will know no peace. Our mommy Betty Ajiman says, there is a tribe in Ghana, when you marry their daughter and you treat her well, they will then add their
Oh, that's a good tribe.
They will then add their junior sister as a gift to the husband. Wow. Wow. That is a tradition in marriage for you.
A beautiful tradition.
A beautiful tradition, Maame-Sika says. Then we need to go and find somebody, a man from that side, for Maame-Sika. Wow. You know, if it is in Ghana, then we could add that some of the traditions today will tell you that if you are a lady and you are about to enter into this family, you need to visit your husband's family house and help them with house chores. You'll be cleaning the house and all that, and that will certify if you are a wife material 100 yards or 1,000 yards. Otherwise, you are not going anywhere. These are traditions that needs to be updated. They need to be looked into. Wow, Maame-Sika, it's you alone here, so we'll ask you to give your final word, so we call it a day.
So thank you once again.
Thank you.
What I want to say is traditions can't be abolished. 2, even if it comes to a period where you feel you need to be given time or to be heard, you will still need to do the needful to accomplish the needs of tradition. Being arrogant, being disrespectful wouldn't change tradition. It is still there. Now, actually, we don't know this. Everything you do has a consequence. Every tradition has a curse that comes with it. The elders made a statement that if they're happy or the son is not married, they're never going to be happy. And these are words. Words are powerful. And these are forms of curses. And as it comes along with the tradition, definitely it's going to work. White rice is going to work because these are customs being written down for years. And these are things that needs to be done. So if you think that, oh, I'm a Christian, I don't think I can do this, then in the first place, you shouldn't have gotten yourself into it at all. If you think, oh, I'm a traditionalist and I can't do this because this is what my customs and beliefs are, then you shouldn't have placed your heart in it at all. We should stop playing with the feelings of others who are into certain things. If you meet me and I told you I'm a traditional believer and you love me, you need to respect me and my tradition. If you met me and I told you I'm a Christian and this is what I want you to do, you need to respect that. Because feeling...
Maame-Sika, your audio is off. Yeah, you are back. You are back, sorry.
Yes. When you don't take care Can you hear me?
Yeah.
When we don't take care, we will practice things or do things that will end up bringing curses into our lives. Many of us are taking some things for granted because I don't want to do this. I'm a Christian, but if you want to do it, why were you there in the first place? We entangle ourselves in so many things, and at the end of the day, we get ourselves into issues or problems that we could have been far away from. So one, don't get into the feelings of others to make yours look better. Because at the end of the day, whether being a traditionalist, whether being a Christian, whether being anything, yours is not better than anybody. Believe in what you believe in. Let me believe in what I believe in. At the end of the day, what matters is where your soul goes or what you achieve when you die. So please respect tradition and then know this. Do not cross your line to be in other people's space to make yours look better. If you want to preach Christ, preach Christ. Who accepts it, accepts it. Who doesn't accept it cannot be forced to accept it. If you pour libation, pour your libation. You cannot force me to be in your circle or do what you want to do. But if I come in there and I try to play a challenge with you, that is when you can do to me what you want to do to me. So just like David, she knew what she bargained for, right? So why do you have to be that? Because you don't believe in other traditions. Don't be that. Because now you have messed up with the feelings of other people who are in that state. And at the end of the day, they will roar, they'll bring anger, they'll say words, and words are powerful. When you step on the toe of a snake, it will turn back and bite you. Just like a crocodile, when it's sleeping, nobody is there. It wouldn't run back to chase anybody or hurt anyone. But immediately you touch the tail, it will come to you. So know who you are, where you belong, and do what is needful at the right time and right place. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you so much, Maame-Sika.
I think for the first time I agree 100% with Maame-Sika.
For the first time. Wow. Pastor Ima. Brother Ima, please, can you give us your final word? Sorry, your line went off, so we continue.
Yeah.
We are taking the final word.
Yeah, so sorry. I had a problem with my internet and the phone. It all went off the phone.
Don't worry at all.
I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, what I would say is that as believers, we are supposed to know some of the things that we are to involve ourselves in, and some of the things that we're not to involve ourselves in. If we say that we belong to the kingdom of heaven, we are supposed to know that in that kingdom there are also traditions that we need to follow. As in the Bible, there are some customs that the apostles taught, that Jesus taught his disciples, and they taught their own disciples to follow those traditions. And I believe that you cannot belong in two places at the same time. You cannot be here, you cannot be there.
Yeah.
So it's either you are a traditional person who is following the traditions of your land, or you follow the traditions of the new kingdom in which you are in. In this case of Vivian and the husband, Vivian, if you know that your husband is a traditional man, and you can't follow or you can't practice these rituals that are being demanded of you, I believe that she shouldn't have, in the first place, gotten herself in this kind of situation or this kind of relationship or marriage. She should have just avoided it, because if I can't do it, why should I be there? Or why should I pretend to that maybe after everything is said and done, I would later try to do something to come. No. And so, in my opinion, as Christians, because we are taking this topic from the perspective of a Christian.
Sure.
So as a Christian, I believe that there are some traditions that do not go in alignment with the will of God and with the word of God and with the traditions of God for our lives. And so in such cases, we have to do our best to avoid them. And so we should also avoid people who would force us to do things that we wouldn't like to do. And I believe that if we abstain from these kind of things, we will all let the traditional man live with his traditional woman and let the Christian traditional man also live with his Christian traditional wife, and then the case is not happening. And I think that is it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That is powerful. Just as our mommy Chando has written here, she says that was very powerful from Maame-Sika. So
for the first time I agree with her. That's
Mr. Pikeni, for the first time.
the first time. Thank you so much. Please, our viewers, we are so much grateful also for your time here. This discussion continues because there is a lot to this story. There is a lot. We would also have to think about whether the upbringing of Vivian has to do with how she has ended up. So we'll get into all that. Stick and stay with us next time when we come your way. What would we say to our guests, Mr. Nunoo and Lady Pastor? Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for gracing this occasion. Thank you for coming to share knowledge with us. We are so much grateful for your time here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Thank you so much. God bless.
God bless you too. And so our wonderful viewers, we also want to say that a very big thank you to you for sharing your screens with us, for making time with us up till this time. We are not taking your time here for granted at all. It has been the Inside Studios where we always say that we learn, we unlearn, and we relearn. We believe that today we have learned. We are learning, we have unlearned, and we will relearn. Make changes of the things that we have, the traditions that we have made it come to stay. If it needs to be updated, if it needs to be changed, we will do so. If it is beneficial and it will not take anything out or not add anything out, it will not create anything, then we can still practice it. If it will not take our or will not jeopardize with our work with God, we can still practice it. It is marriage, and with marriage you always know that you would have to adapt to a lot of things. We have also learned that whilst we are dating, we need to communicate. There are things that we need to talk about with the person we are with, so that you know what to expect, so that you know their traditions, so that you will know whether you can practice them or not. Let the person you are with know your stand, rather than it being imposed on you. Thank you so much. Remember, it's the virtuous woman. We say that be the best you can be and take one day at a time. This week, anything that you do, ask yourself, would Jesus do this? Ask yourself what you're about to do, the step you're about to take, where you have intended to go. If it were to be Jesus, would he do it before you do it? Thank you so much. Have a nice day and see you next time. God richly bless you.